Hey guys, Nick here from CliqAnDroid, and today I have a review of Vanilla with Eclair version 1.1 developed by Handler Exploit. So this ROM is based off the leaked Blur, the updated version 2.0.6, which is the 2.1 update that was leaked out for the Cliq. There's an alternative build out there for the Cliq XT developed by Handler Exploit, so I'll have a link to that and this ROM in the description below. But for this review, I'm just going to be going over the features in the Cliq ROM, so it might be different on the XT. So this ROM is very fast. I've noticed lots of speed because it includes the 2.0.6 update. It has a lot of really cool items included, which I'll get into as I go. So here you see the boot screen. It has a little Simply Android logo in the middle, which is Handler Exploit's new site. If you haven't checked it out, you should go check it out. I'll have another link in the description for that. It just has a little green thing circle around it, and I guess it's pretty nice. It fits the ROM well. It kind of conforms, I guess. So when you first boot up this ROM, you'll obviously notice some UI enhancements. The first being the stock 2.1 slider bar, which I think, or slide to unlock bar, which I think looks better than the Blur unlock bar personally. And then when you actually get into the ROM, you'll notice that there's an HTC Sense theme. Some of the icons are changed to Sense, and it looks really nice compared to Blur, I think, in my opinion. I can't stand how Blur looks. And also the pull-down bar has little stock Android transparency squares, and it's white, which I also think is better than Blur, personally, because you could just kind of tell I don't really like Blur that much. So this ROM includes a bunch of stock apps, one being the stock messaging app. So it's kind of like the Nexus 1 messaging app, I guess. It has just the basic chat, like one after the other, instead of the chat bubbles that the Moto Blur messaging app has, and will display the picture next to the text and everything. And also the dialer and contacts are stock, and so is the browser. Now the alarm clock from the Nexus 1 has been included in the side of this build, which I find to be pretty awesome. It has some cool features, like if you have a dock, or if you set your phone like on your desk at night and you just like want to leave it unlocked, you can press this button here and it'll dim the screen, and you can kind of see the clock barely, and it fades off. And it's really nice clock compared to the stock Android clock, I think, or compared to the Blur clock, I think. Also included in this ROM is the HTC Sense music player, which is a lot better than the Cliq music player, or I think it's called the Moto Connect music player. It's like you would find on any HTC phone. It does not actually display stuff on the lock screen. Like, it doesn't have the lock screen controls, but it does like basic Android music player functions. You can browse all of your music. It will display album artwork as you saw there. You can browse by artist, album, playlist, create your own. It's basically like just any other music app you would ever use. There is no multi-touch in this ROM, and I'm pretty sure there really won't ever be full multi-touch support on the Cliq or the Cliq XT. So this ROM does include the 2D gallery, not the 3D gallery. It just has the basic scrolling from picture to picture functions, as you see there, back. It does not have multi-touch, so I can't zoom in like that. But it does include pinch to zoom, or double tap to zoom, sorry, not pinch to zoom, as you see there. And yeah. Ever since the 2.1 update for the Cliq, the wireless tethering app that is included in most of the 2.1 custom ROMs, it does not work. So in this build, Handler Exploit has included the application Barnacle Tether, and to open it you go into Settings, Wireless and Networks, and then go Wi-Fi Tethering. And it has a really basic interface, as you see there. You just click Start and it'll start the Wi-Fi bubble with your phone, and it's just like tethering with Wi-Fi tethering as any other ROM. You just use this instead. A Handler Exploit feature that's been built into this ROM is a custom system updates. So in the future, he might be pushing custom updates through system updates to your phone. So instead of like flashing a new ROM, you just go into Settings, About, and then click System Updates, and then you can just check for an update for your ROM. So you don't have to go through the whole hassle of like reflashing, losing all your data. You just go here and do System Updates, and you're all good. Bundled into this ROM are a bunch of Droid X wallpapers that instead of the stock Android wallpapers, you get all the Droid X ones, like usually on handless builds, as you see there. I think they're a lot nicer than the stock Android ones. And they just have a nice overall appearance. And another thing that's also included is live wallpapers. So I'm pretty sure this is a big feature for everybody. I know I get a lot of comments asking if a ROM has live wallpapers or not. It does come stock with the maps and the polar clock live wallpaper, but you can install custom ones from the marketplace. As you see here, I've installed the substrate pack, so I'll just set it as a wallpaper here. Let's see. And there you go, you have live wallpapers on your Cliq. You're not really going to see anything right now because Substrate takes a while to actually like get into its wallpaper state. But yeah, they work. You can install about any one you want from the market, and it will most likely work. Overall, this ROM has given me some great performance with speed and with battery life. I've noticed that I could probably go about 2 days without having to charge my phone, doing some texting, web browsing, Twitter, the usual stuff you would do on a phone. And this is probably better battery life than my Nexus. That's kind of hard to say, but it probably is with this ROM. It may vary between person to person, but for me, this is amazing battery life. So you might want to give it a try. I'll have a download link in the description, like I said below. And don't forget to follow Handler Exploit on Twitter for all of the latest updates for this ROM. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at CliqAnDroid for the latest updates of ROM reviews or whatever I'm doing. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time.